Hi guys, today is Tuesday, 21st of February 2023, quarter past 12 Central Time and quarter past 10 AM Pacific Time. At the moment, we're gonna take a look at the current load rates for a van in the US. We're gonna go over some of the most important markets and some of the biggest markets. So let's start with Ontario, California. So this is basically Los Angeles, California. Let's take a look at the rates here. How the rates look. 348 results, and the settings of my search are search back 1 hour, 150 miles deadhead origin, and only van. The video for the reefer will be made separately. Probably today I will make as well additional video, and it will be published maybe day after, or at the same day as the published day of this video. So let's take a look at the destinations and at the rates. I sort by rate per mile. Let me do it once again because there are some new loads. And as we can see that the rates start from $3.50, but as you can see, all of them are going to California, Colorado, Utah, Washington, Nevada, Oregon, or Montana. So you're gonna stay in the West Coast, in the west side, on the West Coast. Yeah, you're gonna stay here. As you can see, all of them are basically California, Utah, and so on. You're not gonna find any loads to the Midwest. Maybe you're gonna find some. You have to Maine, for instance, probably plenty of stops. You have sometimes something to Texas, but it's already way under $2 per mile, which is not a good rate, I would say. Let's take a look at Northern California, Stockton. Okay, and this is how it looks. I think it looks very similar, but we have some loads to Houston, but with 59 credit score, so be careful please. And yeah, here as you can see, loads to Portland, California, Washington, Oregon, Texas, but let's not count them. We have some to Idaho, but it's already under $2. Under $2 per mile, I wouldn't take into the account those loads that much. We have something to Kentucky. 97 credit score, 19 days to pay on average. Not bad. Maybe you can negotiate it to get $2 and you can be in Kentucky where the market is much better, probably. We're gonna take a look at it later. And this is how the California looks. We can get something to Tacoma and maybe backhaul to California again, 260, 276 to Washington. I mean, it's not so good. Let's take a look at Seattle. This is how Seattle looks. So basically Seattle's Tacoma, 150 deadhead origin miles. And yeah, again, most of the loads are to California. Yeah, most of them to California, still to keep them in Washington, Idaho, Utah, but those two are for quad axle capacity. And those are not real loads. And yeah, you have some loads to Minnesota, for instance, a load to Ohio, but it's $1.25 per mile, so it's not worth even looking at. So we're gonna take a look at Portland as well, but I'm telling you that it will look the same. Alright, so this is Portland, Oregon, and as you can see, it looks similar to Seattle, so it looks very bad. Loads to California, to Denver, Colorado. You have some loads to Arizona, mainly to California, to Nevada, something, but all of them are under $2 per mile, which is very bad. 150, 160, 140, 130, and so on. Pretty bad loads, pretty hard to get out. You can get something to Dayton, Ohio for $1.24. It's posted for this rate, so maybe you can get it higher, but it's a van with a team. Yeah, this is how it looks. Let's take a look at Salt Lake City, but stick to the West Coast. Maybe it will look better. Salt Lake City, it's still pretty bad, but you have higher rates. You still have loads only towards the West Coast, but they are a little bit better, just a little bit. You have some to Montana, to Missoula, to Las Vegas, over $2, which is like fine, but not much to choose from. California, Washington, from Salt Lake City, this is how it looks. 147 results at the moment. Only is 1 hour search back. Let's take a look at Las Vegas. Okay, quickly let's take a look at Las Vegas. 77 results. We have something to Colorado for a good rate, but without credit score. I mean, just be extra careful. From Henderson to California to Reno, from Kingman, from Arizona, Washington, Montana again, West Coast, everything, all the loads are within the western side of the US. Let's take a look at Phoenix. Okay, Phoenix, we have something to New Jersey, for instance, to Indiana, but yeah, we have something to Indiana, normal credit score 97, pretty good actually. Alright, so it's a little bit better here, we have something to Utah again, California, but still mainly the loads are going west, mainly west. We have something to Texas, but the rates are already under $2, but over $2 or around $2, you are going west, but there are 2 loads, one is to New Jersey and one is to Indiana, and those loads are going east. The only 2 loads over $2 which are going east. From Phoenix, Arizona, we have 121 loads at the moment, and it's growing, as you can see. Let's take a look at Colorado, Denver. Let's just take a look at Denver, not at Colorado. Denver, 220 loads, so I mean it looks a little bit better than Salt Lake City, for instance, and the rates are higher, even though again those loads are going west. Casper, I mean, it's pretty bad. Montana, Utah, what we've got, Idaho, and so on. So $2.50 you can get to go to Salt Lake City. Maybe you can get a backhaul to Colorado, to Denver for like $2, and you will still be able to make money. Maybe a little bit more you're gonna get, who knows. But overall there are plenty of those over $2, but again they're going to the west for a van here in Colorado, Washington, Oregon, California, and so on. Let's take a look also at Boise, but I won't be surprised if it will look similar. 40 results, again going to California, only a few of them over $2. It doesn't look good at all. We have some loads to Iowa actually. This load to Iowa, I mean, and we have something to Pennsylvania, so it doesn't look as bad. Actually, it's, as I can see, it's easier to get to the Midwest from Boise. So they're almost $2 per mile, those loads, and maybe you can negotiate it to get $2 per mile from it, and then the load won't be as bad. You have plenty of loads to the Midwest, as I can see. This is like an exception for the western markets, let's say. Okay, so that's about it for the West. As we can see, the rates are not high, and they are mainly among the West. Their loads that are going west, for example, from Colorado going west, or from Washington to California, and so on. So we're gonna go to Oklahoma City. Let's take a look at Oklahoma City. Again, 150 miles deadhead origin, and as we can see, rates start from $3 per mile. You can go to Denver, Colorado, tow and pickup. Okay, you have loads to Texas, to Nevada, to Utah, Colorado, Florida. You have some loads to Fargo, North Dakota, pretty good ones. I would say Fargo is not bad. Nevada, and so on, California, Arizona. So mainly west. They are going west. The rates are not bad, but you can find something to North Dakota to go to the Midwest, or you can find something to, for instance, I don't know, Illinois. You can go to Texas. We can take a look now at Wichita. In Oklahoma City you had 128 results. Right now we're gonna take a look at Wichita. Yeah, this is how it looks, 87 results. Not a huge volume, but it's Wichita, so you will not have a Chicago volume here. Well, this is how it looks basically. It starts again from $3. You can go from Hutchinson to Clinton. You can, for instance, go to California, plenty of loads to California. You can go to Louisiana, you can go to Texas, you can go to Florida, but mainly those loads are going west, but they are also going to Florida, to Texas. It's mixed, but you do not really have loads which pay over $2 per mile to the Midwest. You do not have any. You do not, you do not have any, like some to within Kansas, probably you're gonna find something, but apart from it, none. Yeah, this is how it looks for Wichita, Kansas. And let's take a look at Texas right now. We're gonna go straight to San Antonio. Alright, this is how San Antonio looks. Actually, San Antonio and Austin market, because 150 miles that had origin includes as well Austin, obviously, because Austin is like 80 miles away from San Antonio. So this is how it looks. 163 results, starting from $3 to Huntsville, Texas. We have some also Denver, Colorado. We have California, Texas, Nevada. We have to Memphis, Tennessee. 5 hours loading, 5 unloading. We have load to Grand Rapids, Michigan, which looks actually pretty good. $2.24 per mile, $3,100. This one looks good. If you can even negotiate it, maybe get something better. Pretty good load, I would say. I'm going to a decent market. We have something to Florida, to Arizona, obviously. Again, Grand Rapids, St. Louis, but already under $2. I will not actually go over those loads under $2, because I think you shouldn't be driving under $2 if you have a choice. I mean, this is like for a lot of people, this is like a border for a lot of carriers. Some of them have even the border higher, which is understandable, but for $2 you can still make some money. Let's take a look at the Dallas market. 1014 results. Yeah, as you can see, plenty of results. We already actually reached the result limit. Here we can see plenty of loads to Texas, to Florida, Arizona, so also going west, Colorado, Lubbock, Texas, Utah. Not that many loads going to the northeast, and not that many loads going to Midwest. Over $2.50. Actually, none of them is going to the Midwest. But maybe, yeah, we have something to Little Rock. We have something else, again, Little Rock. Nothing is going to Midwest, actually. New Mexico. It's not Minnesota, it's New Mexico, which is Albuquerque. Yeah, some loads to Oklahoma, but actually this market is going west. Again, going west. Everything is going west right now from Texas, from Dallas. As you can see, hard to find something to the Midwest. We have something to Colorado, California, Texas, to stay in Texas. And we have something to Missouri, to Springfield, Missouri, but it's under $2 already, so we're not gonna go lower. We have something also to Allentown, Pennsylvania, but it's already under $2 per mile. So Dallas, again, most of the loads are going west. Let's take a look at Houston, Texas. Alright, we have something to Louisiana. Okay, trailer 3 for the business days at the receiver. Okay, and looks like, again, they are either going to Oklahoma or going west. This is how it looks. Washington, Texas, Colorado, Wyoming, Florida. Of course, they are also going to Florida, not only west, but Florida, Oklahoma, and west. As you can see, we have also, as expected, from Houston, some loads to Louisiana. Over $2. Maybe in Louisiana it will be better for you. We have something actually here to Georgia, so it's a little bit better in my opinion than Dallas market. But to the Midwest, we have something. We have something to Pennsylvania, over $2 per mile. It's already better, but Nothing to the Midwest. Basically, we have, yeah, okay, we have to Nebraska. Good, and to Ohio, nice. Okay, so it's not, I mean, over $2, just slightly over $2, but it's not bad. So Houston, Texas, it's better than the West Coast, but still not so good, I would say. Maybe Arkansas will be better. Fayetteville, Arkansas. Okay, 362 results. And this one looks better, I would say. Shreveport, some lots to Shreveport. Lincoln, Nebraska. Okay, driver assist. Okay, driver will remove the freight to tail. Okay, we have something to Illinois from like 95 credit score, 2 pick to drop. Not bad actually, could be worse. We have something to Kansas City. It's Garden City, so it's western side of Kansas, so it's close to their city. So this market, I would like say that it's more like a little bit like Colorado already. Amarillo, we have something to Amarillo. Okay, Alabama. So actually, Fayetteville, Arkansas, it's much better. Fayetteville, Arkansas is the corner, you know, the northwest corner of the Arkansas. So actually here you can get something to the Midwest, you can get something to the West. You can basically go anywhere, and the rates are pretty good. You can get easily something for $2.50, and actually there is plenty of loads which are non-one-day loads and which anyway pay $2.50 per mile, which is good. But most of the loads are going either to the, you see here, Massachusetts, which is not like a dream destination for most of the carriers, or west. But still, this market is pretty good, I would say, compared to the western markets. Birmingham, Alabama, let's take a look. Alright, here 900 results. Because taking Birmingham, we also take the Atlanta market, because we have 150 miles that had origin. So it's basically Atlanta and Alabama market, and Birmingham, Alabama market, to specify. Plenty of loads from Florida to Florida, from Alabama and Georgia. Actually, from Atlanta, plenty of loads to Florida, as expected. We have, for example, some loads. We have a load from Rome to Tennessee, but it's more drops, so it won't be as profitable as it's written here. Charlotte, okay, from Huntsville, Alabama to Charlotte. So it's still from Alabama to North Carolina. One day load, $1,200, pretty good. Most of them are going actually to Florida, but we have something to Virginia, we have something to Pennsylvania from Atlanta, Louisiana again. Most of the loads are going to Florida, obviously, but still you can find something which actually you can make good money, and you can still go to the market where you can find something. Because if you go to Florida, especially the southern Florida, you probably won't find anything. Let's take a look at Jacksonville. So Atlanta is not bad. With Birmingham, Alabama, it's not bad. Let's take a look at Jacksonville, Florida, and as expected, almost all of those loads are going down south to Tampa, to Orlando. They are going to Miami and so on. But you have something to Texas, to Idaho, but it's under $2. 176 results, but most of them are going to Florida. And let's take a look, Miami, Florida, and this probably won't look good. 66 results, and basically starting under $2. Yeah, not good. $1.01. Okay, to Milwaukee. Okay, so we're gonna go over to North Charlotte, North Carolina. Let's take a look. 761. Okay, we take also part of South Carolina, just to keep it in mind. It's 150 miles that had origin. Just keep it in mind, please. And 1 hour search back. As we can see, plenty of loads to Florida again. We have some loads New York, for instance, West Virginia, you are already on $2.50. and still most of the loads are going to Florida, and under $2.50 we can get some one-day loads for like $1,000 to Virginia or somewhere. Pennsylvania here, this is not a one-day load, but still it's pretty good, and Pennsylvania is not as bad. If this is the real weight, it should be fine. Okay, drop at the delivery for 48 hours. Okay, might not work for everybody. Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, for example, to Memphis, Tennessee you can go. So this market is not bad, but again, the rates are like, you know, you get something over $2 per mile easily to a market where you can again get something over $2 per mile, but it's not the dream. The rates are not dream rates, but still you can make money. Let's take a look, for instance, at Nashville right now. We're gonna move north. We're gonna finish in the Midwest in Chicago. Okay, 620 results, 150 miles deadhead origin. As you can see, again, some loads are going to Florida, some of them are going, for example, to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. What else we've got? To Greenville, South Carolina. We have to Alabama, from Kentucky. Also drop trailer, plenty of drop trailers. Little Rock. What else? Shelby, North Carolina, Houston, Texas, Georgia. Okay, what else we've got? From here we have, for example, to Indianapolis, from Black Hawk, South Dakota. I mean, they are going basically everywhere. Anywhere you would like to go, you can go from Nashville for a rate around $2.50, I would say. I mean, you have a choice here, plenty of loads in the last hour. Yeah, this is how it looks. So let's move north. Let's take a look at Columbus, Ohio, obviously. 732 results, exact matches actually. All right. Some loads to, we have a load here to Ontario, Canada. Pennsylvania, plenty of loads to Pennsylvania, actually 5 stops, 530 miles total. I mean, they pay $4 per mile for 5 stops, so I mean, it's not bad. What else we've got? Again, Florida, Pennsylvania again, Florida, Tennessee. We are still at $3 per mile almost. Maryland for $3 per mile, one day load, let's say one day load. Here we have something also $1,100, one day load to Pennsylvania, pretty good from Columbus, but it's already in the evening. What else? Plenty of loads to Florida again, Kentucky, but you can find something to stay in the area, to go, for example, to Kentucky, to Pennsylvania, to then go back, for example, to Chicago. Let's take a look at, for instance, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, how it looks in Pennsylvania, in western Pennsylvania. 367 loads, plenty of loads. New Jersey, oh, we have something to North Carolina. We have something to, do we have, no, it's ON, so it's not Ohio, it's Ontario, obviously. You have something to Tennessee. We have some loads within Pennsylvania. Actually, this one is from Ohio to Pennsylvania again. Pennsylvania, Virginia, and so on. But you can easily also, I think, find something for $2.50, $2.25, and you can find it posted and then negotiate it up if you want. From Cleveland to Rochelle, Illinois. I might not pronounce all the cities correctly, so I apologize for that. Yeah. Indiana, Evansville, and so on. So this market is decent as expected. Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Right now we can take a look. We can go a little bit west. We can, for instance, take a look at Omaha. west, but we're gonna stay in the Midwest. Omaha, Nebraska. Let's take a look. Okay, we have some loads to Henderson, Colorado from Des Moines, because 150 miles deadhead origin takes, when you put your origin Omaha, it will take also Des Moines, Iowa, and Sioux City, Iowa, as you can see. But those loads, plenty of loads to Colorado. As you can see, some loads to Utah. We have a load to Sioux Falls for $3.18. Fargo, North Dakota, from Des Moines, actually plenty of loads from Des Moines. What else we've got? Loads actually going west for $2.50 per mile. But I think you can find something if you would like to stay, if, for example, go to Texas, stay in the Midwest, or maybe go to Alabama or Atlanta. I think you can find something from here. I think you should be able to easily find something, but it's not as good as the previously discussed markets. So it's decent, but it's not like, it's not a dream market. Right now we're gonna take a look at Indianapolis market. I think it should look much better. 743 results, and this is how it looks. Starts pretty high in terms of rate per mile. Rate per mile is visible here under the rate. This is the rate, and this is the rate per mile. Okay, Ontario, some loads to Canada, to Florida again, and tons of loads. New York. Here we have Alabama again. 90 credit score, 22 days to pay. I mean, this one pays well, $3 per mile. I think you should be able to get it. Maybe you can negotiate it to get it like with the deadhead even. Some loads west again. You have a load to Pennsylvania, for instance, Tennessee. Just remember it's 12 a.m. already in Indianapolis, so it's not 8 a.m., not as many loads as it would be at 8 a.m. And yeah, those are the loads. Columbia, South Carolina. So you can go anywhere you want basically for $2.50 per mile, as you can see here. We can also take a look at Minneapolis. We're gonna take a look at Minneapolis. 444 results, or also starting pretty high. You have something to Aberdeen, South Dakota, but it's like middle of nowhere a little bit. You have to go to Brookings, South Dakota, maybe like 160 miles, I guess, to get something. Yeah, what else? Des Moines, $3 per mile. Des Moines is not dream market, as you saw already, but it's pretty good. It's still in the Midwest, so you can find something to stay in the Midwest. Also plenty of loads west, Colorado, Idaho, Utah. But, and of course they pay usually more, but still you can find something to stay in the Midwest, and the rates are actually pretty good, I would say. Minnesota, Minneapolis, $2.50, plenty of loads, I'm sorry, for $2.50 per mile. And lastly, we're gonna take a look at New York City. $279 results. This is how it looks. Massachusetts, Maine. We have something to Canada, actually plenty of loads to Canada, over $2. Most of them are either to Canada or Florida or to Northeast New England, but I found one load to Fort Wayne, Indiana. 90 credit score, it's a drop trailer, so again you need to consider this. Pennsylvania here, Texas. So now let me also show you Lewiston, Maine. This will be the last market for today because this video will be long already. Lewiston, Maine, 52 results, not many loads, and the rates are very bad, under $2 basically. To Indianapolis, but still you can get out from here. And the last market, obviously Chicago, Illinois. Lewiston, Mail won't be the last market for today. Chicago, Illinois will be the last market for today. And Chicago, Illinois, obviously, huge volume, 988 results at the moment. You can go to Minnesota, for instance, but it's from Wisconsin because, again, 150 miles that had origin. Some loads west, some loads east. Basically, over $2.50 you can get anywhere. You can go anywhere. I think you should be able to get something. Maybe not now, maybe all the loads are taken. I doubt that all of them are taken. Some of them, yes, but not all of them. But if you are patient and if you, when you see something, you immediately call something you like, you can get something eventually and get something over $2.50 per mile and go wherever you think it's the best for you at the moment. So this is how it looks for a van for 21st of February 2023, Tuesday. Let me know what do you think about the current market. I think it's not as bad as people say. That's my opinion. If you play it smart, you can make money here. And this is how it looks from the load rate side. Thank you very much for watching, and any suggestions regarding the content on this channel would be really appreciated. Please let me know if you like this kind of videos and if you maybe like some markets to be included, some markets you do not care about, and what would you like to see in this kind of video. Would you like it to be shorter next time or longer? Please let me know, and thank you very much for watching and see you guys soon. Bye bye.